Hi, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm president of the Institute for Creative Solutions, and I'm going to continue my theme about healthy soil. I have a couple of stories to illustrate the importance of healthy soil. First of all, my grandfather, he had a garden just above the house I grew up in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, and he loved gardening, and he wouldn't use any chemicals because he said you just have no idea what these chemicals are that they're putting on to kill the weeds and bugs. Most of them were developed during the war as chemicals for warfare. And he said they're not good for you. They're designed to kill. So I remember him, we didn't grow our own apples, but when he bought apples, he peeled them. And I'm like, why? You can chew up the apple peel. It's beautiful. Tastes good. And he said, no, it's got chemicals on it. They're treating the apples now to kill bugs. And when I studied nutrition, I realized that he was right. And today, apples are the most contaminated food you can buy. Either buy organic apples or definitely peel them, although many of the chemicals are inside, under the peels. And where he was worried about one or two chemicals, apples are the most contaminated of all, and they've found up to 23 chemicals on one apple crop because they spray over and over again, and you have to spray more and more because the bugs and the molds and all those things get resistant to the chemicals, so they use more and more. So my granddaddy knew something. And another story is my great uncle, who lived to 100 and was still chopping wood the year before he died. He fertilized his small garden from seaweed. He would pull it out of the cove in Harborside, Maine, and put it on his small garden, which fed him and his wife. And he was famous for his organic gardening, and wrote a lot of books and articles, and was on the cover of Mother Earth News with his wonderful organic gardening. He had year-round crop, even though he lived in Maine, because he had a small greenhouse where he grew amazing amount of wonderful, delicious vegetables. And he lived to 100. His wife died at 91 in a car accident on a rainy night, but she was hale and hearty at 91, still skipping up the hills in Maine, and both of them had very clear brains till the very end. Another story is the spinach. The spinach today doesn't have anywhere near the iron in it that Popeye relied on 50 or 60 years ago. He wouldn't be as strong if he were eating today's spinach, and that's because they're not putting the iron back in the ground of commercially grown spinach unless it's organically grown. Another story is the wheat. Back in the 70s, we had charts of how there were many fewer B vitamins in wheat than there used to be because of poor soil. Wheat just wasn't growing the way it should. And wheat germ is a great source of B vitamins. We used to take wheat germ to get our B vitamins, but it's not as rich as it used to be because of poor soil. And lastly, I want to talk about the problem with over-chemicalizing our fields and destroying the microbes in the soil that help nurture the plants. And also, it kills the bees and other pollinators that plants rely on to produce their flowers and their seeds. And what happens then is the agribusiness companies say, well, we'll supply your seeds. We'll grow, our special strains that still have some decent seeds, and then you have to buy from us. But then the farmers can't keep their seeds from the last crop because it's not been properly pollinated and there are no more seeds that they can use. So then they go into debt to buy the expensive seeds and the chemicals, and then they give up. They go to the cities. They can't get jobs. We have urban poor, and it destroys civilization. So literally, healthy civilizations are built on healthy soils, and the history of human civilization proves that over and over again. You need to take care of your soil. So that's it. Use your food dollar to vote for healthy soil, and it'll help keep you healthy as well. Thank you, Randy Rolfe from the Institute for Creative Solutions at randyrolfe.com.